In this video, you'll learn what SSH is, how it works, and how it helps you safely access computers from far away. We'll also talk about how SSH protects your data and how to use it the right way to stay secure. Have you ever needed to control a computer that's not in front of you? Maybe it's in another room, another city, or even another country. That's where something called SSH comes in. SSH stands for Secure Shell. It's like a secret tunnel that lets you talk to another computer in a safe way, even if that computer is far away. Imagine you're sending a letter, but you don't want anyone to read it except the person it's meant for. You put the letter in a locked box, send it, and only the person with the key can open it. That's what SSH does with your computer messages. It locks them up using strong security so no one else can see them while they travel across the internet. SSH is mostly used by system administrators, developers, and people who manage websites or servers. They use SSH to connect to those servers, check their files, run programs, fix problems, and do many important tasks. The best part is they don't need to be sitting in front of the server. They can do all of this from anywhere in the world using SSH. Let's say you have a website and it's hosted on a server in another country. If something goes wrong or you want to update something, you don't fly to that country. You simply open your laptop, use SSH, and securely access that server from your home. SSH gives you a remote door to control the server, but only if you have the right keys or passwords.
Hi, I am Imran Afzal. I make learning technology easy, even for beginners in IT. So I have over 25 years of experience in Linux administration, Windows, virtualization, and many more. I have taught millions of students worldwide.
Now let's talk about how SSH actually works. When you use SSH, your computer creates a secure connection to another computer. It's like making a phone call that nobody can listen to. Once connected, you can type commands to check files, install software, and make changes on the remote computer. And do you know what's the best part? Everything you type and everything the server sends back is hidden using encryption. That means even if someone tries to spy on the connection, all they'll see is random nonsense. To connect using SSH, you usually open something called a terminal. It's a black screen where you type commands. Then you type something like SSH username at server address dot. Here, username is your username on the remote server, and server address is the address of the server. If it's your first time connecting, the server might ask you if it's okay to trust this connection. Once you agree, you'll be asked for a password or a special key. Then you're in. There are two main ways to log in with SSH. One is with a password and the other is with an SSH key. Passwords are simple, but SSH keys are even safer. An SSH key is like a digital lock and key. You create a pair of keys on your computer, one public and one private. The public key goes to the server, and you keep the private key safe on your computer. When you try to connect, your private key proves who you are. If the keys match, the server lets you in. This is more secure than using a password because no one can guess your private key, and it never travels over the internet. Even if someone is watching the network, they can't see your key or password. That's why SSH is trusted by companies, schools, and websites all over the world. But just like anything powerful, SSH must be used carefully. If someone else gets access to your SSH keys or passwords, they could take control of your servers. That's why it's important to follow good safety rules. First, never share your private key. Keep it safe and protected by a passphrase. Second, turn off password login if you're using keys. This stops hackers from guessing your password. Third, only allow certain users to log in through SSH. Don't let just anyone try. You should also make sure your SSH software is up to date. New updates fix bugs and protect against new threats. Using firewalls and limiting which IP addresses can connect also helps keep your server safe. Some people even use something called a two-factor authentication with SSH, where you need your key and a special code from your phone to log in. This adds an extra layer of protection. SSH can also be used for more than just logging into a remote computer. You can also use it to copy files safely from one computer to another. This is done using something called SCP, Secure Copy, or SFTP, Secure File Transfer Protocol. These tools use SSH under the hood so your files stay safe while moving between computers. Let's say you want to upload a website to your server. You can use SCP to send your files safely, and no one will be able to read or change them during the transfer. This is super useful for website developers, game makers, or anyone who works with remote machines. SSH also helps with something called port forwarding. That might sound confusing, but here's a simple way to think about it. Imagine you have a locked door behind another locked door. SSH lets you reach that second door safely, even if you're far away. For example, if you have a private database or control panel on a remote server, you can use SSH port forwarding to access it securely from your own computer. Another helpful feature of SSH is called tunneling. This is when SSH acts like a secret tunnel for other programs to use. Let's say you're on public Wi-Fi and want to browse safely. You can create an SSH tunnel to your home server and then use that tunnel to browse the web. This protects your data from anyone spying on the Wi-Fi network. By the way, we offer multiple services along with plenty of IT-related courses. Every course of ours will be worth your time and money. Make sure to check out our website, www.utclisolutions.com, for further information. The link is in the description box. So why is SSH so important? Because it gives us a way to manage, control, and protect remote computers in a world where almost everything is online, whether it's fixing a website, managing cloud servers, or transferring files. SSH helps you do it all securely. Now that you know what SSH is and how it works, you can start exploring it for yourself. Just remember to stay safe, protect your keys, and use it the right way.
Hey, if you found this tip helpful, then please show some support by hitting that like and subscribe button. Also, let us know what would you like to learn next.